Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Jeff Donatello, and I am going to congratulate you personally for making this endeavor. If you're watching this video and you are training for a 5K or a triathlon or a marathon, shut the video off. This isn't for you. If you're an athlete who's looking to get improvement in football or baseball or track or be a star, this isn't for you. But if you're somebody who is maybe overweight, intimidated by gyms, doesn't like gyms, doesn't have time to exercise, or really just doesn't want to exercise, but you're doing it anyways, this is for you. I put together a program where we're going to have you resistance train to lose weight. That's the #1 goal of this, is to build those muscles, make those muscles work in just 90 minutes a week. 2 exercise sessions a week, that's it. 45 minutes plus 45 minutes, maybe a little bit less. But you're going to spend that time working fairly hard with a proper warm-up. We're going to go through dynamic stretches, and then we're going to put you through some 8 exercises that work you out pretty hard. We're going to work those muscles. When you work the muscles hard, what's going to happen is you're going to have an afterburn effect. The next 2 days, those muscles are going to be screaming for energy, and guess what? They're going to pull that energy out of the cells. All that fat that's trapped in the cells, it's going to pull that fat out of the cells because it needs it for energy. That's why people that have a lot of muscle don't need to go on diets. They burn throughout the day the calories they need. So it's not about calories in, calories out. That's old school. Anyone who tells you it's all about that doesn't know what they're talking about. It's the efficient way of exercising so that you burn fat. And you don't just go to the gym and work little body parts. All right, you're working big muscle groups. There's 4 areas that we're going to work. The big muscle groups that push, the big muscle groups that pull, the big muscle groups that have you squat down, and the big muscle groups that rotate your torso. That's where we're going to start. This is a beginner video. We're going to show you 4 to 8 simple exercises, most that you can do at home, and half that you can do at the gym. This isn't the exact way to do it. This is just a starter way. You're going to work. This is just a base, because what I find is most people don't even have that. They go to the gym, and a trainer brings them through stuff for 30 minutes, and they forget about it. So if you're a patient of mine, we're going to go through these exercises with you. You can always go back to the video, and you can always talk to me, and I can give you other exercises that are more advanced, and we can go from there. Okay? So we're going to start off. My wife Kathleen has helped us. We are at Seacoast Sports Clubs in the downtown area, in downtown Portsmouth. I'm going to thank John Parker for letting us use his facility. And my wife Kathleen is our model. She's going to go through first, we're going to go show you how to do 8 dynamic stretches with machines and the at-home version. Then we're going to show you 4 exercises that you can do, that you have to do, in a way that it's going to increase those muscles. And then we're going to show you the final burner that's going to really make those muscles scream for the next couple days. It will give you that afterburn effect. All right, this dynamic stretch is going to work your core. This is for those of you who don't have any friends, or if you just want to work out alone. Okay, everyone has a wall. Everyone has a ball. It doesn't need to be a heavy weight ball like this one. It can be a lighter ball. You're just going to catch it off the wall and slowly rotate. She's going to work her oblique, which are her side muscles in her abdomen, her rectus abdomini, which is her big muscles in her abdomen, big rotational core movements. And then what she'll do is turn around and she'll face the other direction. So maybe 10, 20 repetitions. This is a real important one though. We need to warm up our core. And we'll now show you how to do it with a partner. So a great way to work out is with a partner. I really highly encourage that. If you have someone to help motivate you through these exercises and the warm-up, you're going to have a much higher chance of success. And that's what it's all about. This isn't about temporarily doing this. This is about changing your life and actually getting in there and on a daily basis working hard. All right, but you have to warm up. So if you have a partner, real simple. It's going to be tossing the ball, turning, tossing the ball, turning, tossing the ball, turning, tossing the ball, turning. And then what we do is we would turn around to the other side, and we would do the opposite. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, this is the second of your dynamic stretching. This is going to stretch your hamstrings, your back, and your shoulders, get some blood into those areas. Again, it's slow, controlled movements. So what she's going to do is she's going to lift the ball over her head, and she's going to flex at the waist, keeping her back flat. And she's going to touch the floor, get down as far as she can to the floor, and come back up slowly, always keeping that core contracted and her back flat. Do between 12 and 20 repetitions of this. The whole goal with all these dynamic stretches, once again, is to get blood flowing to the areas, so you get the tendons, the muscles, and the ligaments loose. Everything's slow and controlled. We don't want pain in any of this. This is her from the side doing the same motion. All right, Kathleen will now show you how to utilize the stretch for her back. This is on the lat pull-down machine. She's going to work her latissimus dorsi muscles, again, her shoulders. Err on the side of caution with the weight, low weight. It may be that you don't even need to use weight. This is a beginner program. 15 to 20 repetitions, breathing steady through it, and warming up. This is part of the dynamic stretching. We're going to now show you how to do this same exercise if you're not in a gym and you use a band at home. She has wrapped the band around her feet and she is sitting on the ground. Once again, slowly pulling, getting blood to your big back muscles because we're going to work these back muscles in our 4 major sets coming up. Okay, she'll show you what it's like from the side here. So go ahead and move to the side. Okay, you want a slight flex if you want in your knees, slight flex. If you're flexible, you can have it straight. But again, keeping your core tight, pulling and contracting, and err on the side of lighter weight with this or a lighter resistance tube or band. All right, Kathleen is now showing you how to stretch out her chest muscles and the back of her arms and her shoulders. This is just one machine you can do at the gym. Once again, we can't show you all the machines, but with this push press, keep in mind, any push press machine you use in the gym, your elbow should always be lower. And once again, I encourage you to find a trainer who can show you how to use the gym machines. Err on the side of lightweight with this. We're going to go through 15 to 20 low effort exertions here. This is one of the stretches. All right, we're going to lead now into wall stretches. So this is an option you can do at home. This is the warm up for the chest. She probably wants her arms a little bit lower. Drop them down a little bit. Yep, there you go. And slowly pushing against the wall, contracting her upper back, warming up her chest. Okay, you can do this at home anywhere. 12 to 18 to 20 repetitions, whatever you feel comfortable with. Now, this is a machine that's going to warm your legs up in the gym. You don't want to have any weight on this unless you're advanced, but if you watch this video, you're probably not advanced. This looks intimidating. It is not a hard machine to use. You probably want to find someone in the gym to help you use it initially, but it's all about slow, controlled movements. You're going to have a nice wide base, slightly flexing your legs. Bring your knees to your chest as far as is comfortable with this. All right, she's going a little deeper here. Right? And again, you want to do 12 to 20 repetitions, get some blood flow, dynamic motion into your legs. This is the at-home version of having to warm up your knees and your thighs now and your legs. What you want to watch out for here is that if you have bad knees, you want to take this real carefully because you can make your knees worse. Now we have some steps here Kathleen's doing it on. If you can get a contraption like this you can step on at home, that's great. But the stairs may be another way to do it. But she wants to put her hands out for balance, just a little bit, and she wants to step up onto the step, and then she's going to push, and then just step back down, and she's going to come back up, and she's going to push. She's going to do one leg for 10 reps, and then she's going to do the other leg for 10 reps. Real slow and controlled. All right, so Kathleen's going to warm up her low back here, and she's going to bring her chin all the way down to the ball, and she's slowly going to lift up. She doesn't have to lift up where she's fully extended. She can just lift up a little bit, but we're trying to get some blood flow into her back. If you're not real stable here, you want to widen your base and get a better, get more stability. There she goes. And just like all the other dynamic stretches, to warm up, you're going to do 12 to 20 repetitions. So she's warming up her torso now. This is the 6th or 7th stretch we're going to do. She's going to come down. It's real slow, supporting her neck, arching her back, and then she's going to contract her core. And when she comes all the way up, she's going to do a slight pause. You want to do as many, you only want to come up as high in this exercise as you need to, where you're not really, again, this is a warm-up, not working those abdominal muscles too hard. As soon as you start to feel constriction, go back down. This is just to get your blood and your blood into your core. So nice, slow, controlled, up to 20 repetitions. So a dynamic warm-up for your abdominal region or your torso, if you don't have a ball, is you want to do this. What she's doing is she's supporting herself behind her knees. If you're advanced, you can put your arms, show them what an advanced form of this would be. Down, low, or up in the air, across your chest. Yeah, like that. And it's slow and controlled. But if you haven't been doing this much, you're going to find this is a very advanced exercise if you don't put your hands behind your thighs. And you're just slowly lifting yourself up. All right, slow and controlled. Okay, this is the final dynamic stretch. This is going to work a lot of different body parts. It's going to work your legs, it's going to work your back, it's going to work your shoulders and your arms. That's why we do it at the end. You can do this with weights or you can do it without weights. It's going to be called a hammer squat. So Kathleen's going to go down slow. You want to go down as far as you can, as far as your knees and thighs will allow, actually. You don't have to go as far as she goes, but go down a little bit less, Kath. Yeah, just like that. Now you're going to get a little bit more of a burn here. This is the last stretch we want you to do. So make sure that you get through at least 12 of these, though, because what's happening next are going to be actually working out. You're actually going to be doing workouts. Now, without the weights, this is what it looks like. Okay? Real simple. We're back into what we're going to call the strainers. This is where you are going to get strong. This is where the weight's going to come off. And this is because you're going to actually work these muscles. Kathleen is going to be using her big back muscles first. All right? We're doing 8 to 15 repetitions. Start off, err on the side of less. Now the trick to this is when you get to the last 2 repetitions, you are really working. You're grunting, you're straining, you're struggling. All right, that's very, very important. What we're going to do is go through 8 to 15 repetitions, and then you're going to take 2 minutes, and you're going to do the same exercise again for 8 to 15 repetitions. But you're working the last 2 reps. Okay, this is your back exercise. This is the first of the 4 strainer exercises. Do 2 sets of this, 8 to 15 repetitions, 2 minutes in between, work hard. The last 2 repetitions should be very difficult. Okay, so this is the at-home version of working your back. You want to make sure that the tension is a lot more rigid than when you warmed up. Okay, the last, once again, I'm going to repeat this over and over again, the last 2 repetitions should be very difficult. So get 8 to 15. You may have to buy different, if you're going to do this at home, you're going to have to get some equipment. And the bands, don't wimp out with this because some of these bands are real easy. So you want to make sure that the last few, you're really straining, and the last few, you're really pulling all the way back. You're not really pull all the way back and feel it in your upper back, okay? Very, very important. All right, Kath is going to do one of the 4 strainer exercises, again, for her legs. Don't feel you have to use this specific machine at the gym. There's lots of leg press machines that you can use at the gym. This is just one. We're trying to keep it simple here, or this video would be 5 hours long. All right, so once again, 8 to 15 repetitions. So by the 13th, 14th, 15th one, you're going to be working, sweat. The biggest problem people have is they don't think they can work, and they're not used to it. This isn't training for the Olympics. This is trying to get the muscles strong, so you should feel the muscles. But work your way into this. Be safe and controlled. All right, it's all about safe and controlled. Okay? So you should do 2 sets of this. So by now, we've done 4 sets of strainer exercises. Give yourself 2 minutes between the sets. So to reiterate, 8 to 15 repetitions, 2 minutes, 8 to 15 repetitions. And then you're done the legs. This is our 3rd strainer exercise. Kathleen is working her chest here. You want your elbows lower than your chest when you set this up. 8 to 15 repetitions, the last 2 reps, whatever you can do. If you can only do 12, then 11 and 12 should be pretty hard. Work your way up to where 14 and 15th repetition is very difficult. Then increase the weight. This is just one of the machines you can do in the gym. We'll now show you an at-home option. Once again, give yourself 2 minutes between each set. This is the at-home version of working your chest, and what Kathleen is doing is simply using her weight as the resistance. She's pushing, and you want to go as deep as you can go where you feel some pull in those chest muscles. This is obviously going to be real easy for some people, harder for others. So if you get to 15 repetitions and it's easy, we're going to show you the 3rd option to work your chest. This is the 3rd option for a chest. If you aren't quite strong enough to do a proper push-up, just simply bend your knees. Many of you have done this. You want to go down as far as you can. Again, the goal is to work your chest and your triceps and get up to 8 to 15 repetitions where you're really feeling it. And again, if you want to do an advanced push-up down the road, what she's doing is she's going to lift her knees up, and she's going to come down, and she's going to slowly push back up. That's advanced. This is our final strainer exercise. We're going to work on her torso. What she's going to do is she's going to pull that bar to her torso and she's going to rotate. You should feel this in your obliques, your abdominal muscles. Real important. Okay, she's going to do this once again 8 to 15 times. And this is done on a machine at the gym. All right? And we're going to show you how you can do this at home. She's using a band, which is your at-home version. You can hook that band around a door or a pole. And what she's going to do is rotate to one side. We're going to do both sides. She's going to do 8 to 15 reps with one side, and then she's going to go to the other side. 8 to 15 reps. Okay? You then want to do 2 sets, and then you're going to wait 2 minutes, and then you're going to repeat. Okay? So it's 8 to 15 reps. Go to the other side, 8 to 15 reps, wait 2 minutes, and then you're going to repeat. This is our final exercise. We're going to call this alligator sprints. Ultimately, what you're going to do is go as hard as you can for 5 to 10 seconds. A full burst of exercise, of energy. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stop. And you're done. All right, we'll show you how to do this on an elliptical machine, too. So she's going to spend a little bit of time finding the right resistance. Maybe work it 5, 10 seconds, getting it up to that resistance, and then she's going to spend 5 to 10 seconds going as hard as she can, a maximum exertion, as hard as she can. So right now she's trying to find that level, and then she's going to work as hard as she can for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, and then that's it. You're done. And over the next 2 days, your muscles are going to be screaming for energy. And where are they going to get that energy from? They're just going to pull it out of the fat cells. So there you have it. We have 8 dynamic stretches, warm-ups, slow and controlled, lightweight. We're going to go into the strainer exercises. We have 4 exercises. You're going to do 2 sets of each of those exercises. 8 to 15 repetitions until you fatigue. Now the big thing with this is you got to work with those strainers. Remember that. You got to work through those strainers. If you're not going to failure, you're not going to make those muscles work, and the next couple days you're not going to go through the afterburn effect where you're pulling that fat out of the cell, and you're not going to lose weight. Okay, so you got to work here. This is not about just taking a pill. This is about actually getting in there and sweating. So 8 warm-ups, 4 exercises done twice. That's 8 more exercises total, and then the final one, the alligator sprint, where you're actually working hard for 5 to 10 seconds, burning, burning, burning. You're going to do that 2 days a week, preferably Tuesday and Saturday, but just give it 2 to 3 days between the workouts. Let your muscles recover. So I am Dr. Jeff Donatello. I'd like to thank my wife Kathleen for helping out with this, and it's my hope that you can stick with this program and really lose weight and get stronger. Thank you very much.